We just saw Dumb and Dumber 2, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it, and then we have a discussion in the car. The review part is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence and trying to decide if this is a movie for you, watch the first half. If you've already seen the movie, or just want to hear everything we thought and don't care about spoilers, watch the whole thing. Dumb and Dumber 2 is the 20 years coming sequel to Dumb and Dumber. We've got Jim Carrey back, we've got Jeff Daniels back, we've got the Farrelly brothers back, and it's really great to see all these characters come back and do a very fun sequel that's faithful to the characters. It's still funny. It's not ridiculous how much of it is a retread. It's nice how much of it's a retread. It's nice that they kind of call back to a lot of things that happened in the first one. Try to up the ante a little bit here and there, raise the stakes, or change something around a little bit. And it's good. It's a good film. I found it really funny. The last Farrelly Brothers I think I saw was The Three Stooges, and while I liked that movie, that was them dealing with, someone else's characters they were trying to make work in a new film, a new audience and all of that. This, honestly, the difference between this and the original Dumb and Dumber was essentially just how it was shot. You had it's a digital shoot as opposed to a film shoot, and so it looks a little bit more, sterile and clean and all that than the other one did. The performances are great. You don't feel like you're watching sad old men try to pretend to be funny. They're still just as goofy and silly as they were in the original one. And I don't necessarily think I needed this sequel, but I'm not unhappy that it exists. I thought it was a good time, and it's kind of a nostalgic look back at what comedies were like in the 90s. It's kind of a neat way to see kind of where we've come from since then. So I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it especially if you like the first one. I think this is an easy sell. What do you guys think?
I really liked it. Jim Carrey, always great. Jeff Daniels, amazing. Kathleen Turner, awesome. The performances were great. The comedic timing was awesome. It's just, as good as some of the comedians are nowadays, Jim Carrey is still the best at what he does. And Jeff Daniels is surprisingly just, like, you always picture him as a serious actor, with Newsroom and everything. And especially nowadays, the people that aren't old enough to remember Dumb and Dumber 1, they're going to see Jeff Daniels in a whole new light, and it's absolutely great, and it's just as good as the first one. I really, really enjoyed it, and I did not see that happening. Normally sequels on things like this are just not that great, but it was really good. If not almost a send up to the first one. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that I actually had fairly high hopes going into the movie. The trailers, every time I saw the trailers, I was just more and more excited to see it, because like the trailers gave me that Dumb and Dumber feel, like what I would want out of a Dumb and Dumber movie, and it delivered. It was pretty much what I wanted out of a sequel. They mentioned Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey, and Rob Riggle. I'm a big Rob Riggle fan, so he got a lot of good screen time, and yeah, I have missed Jim Carrey's brand of physical humor that just very few people will ever stand up to, I think. So seeing him on screen as Lloyd and Jeff Daniels as the other one,
Harry.
Yeah, it was just, I was laughing. It was all the same kind of humor as the first movie, so if you like the first movie, you'll like this one. I think there were actually, maybe it was just me and I was in a really awesome mood tonight, but I feel like there was actually a fair number of subtle jokes, because I know there were times when I was laughing and not many people around me were laughing. So I don't know if I was just picking up on something that maybe it didn't make sense, or it was just my warped brain. But I think there was like a fair amount of little gags in there that just maybe not everybody would pick up. That it really makes me want to watch it again and really pay really close attention to some of the gags. So I think there's a lot of, like, I don't know, I felt like even like, it's not spoilery yet, but like there was like a weird running visual gag with buses for a little while, and I don't know what the point of it was, but I found it amusing, like when buses would come by for no apparent reason, like really close to the camera. So I think there's a lot of fun visual gags that are easy to miss.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, like, I could tell that it's a movie that would reward you for watching more than once.
Definitely.
Where most comedies aren't. I mean, they just show you what they've got and they move on. And this really felt like it was built to be another, watch it once a year kind of movie.
Yeah, and get something new every time.
What really blew me away was, I liked the first one, but I wasn't as big a fan of the first one as most people were. But seeing them on screen, it really didn't feel like it was all 20 years ago. It was like, just the other day I saw these characters, and they were great then, they're great now. It was
like a little older.
I mean, they looked older noticeably, but it didn't feel like they were gone that long, and it was just great to have them back on the screen.
Which is impressive awesome. For being away from those characters for so long.
Yeah, and they're also characters that are, I mean, even in the original movie, they're super, super immature. So, like...
Are they immature? Do they not know better? Like, are they just retarded?
No, it's like, I mean, everyone had a friend in grade school that was a Lloyd Christmas, that was just a complete asshole. And you were still friends with him for some reason, but he was the guy that would, like, throw you into the bushes all the time. And that's just how it goes.
It's true.
That's just how it went.
Yep.
Well, anyway, we've talked about this movie enough, I think. If you enjoy that, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at DaleMaxfield.com, and thanks for watching Dumb and Dumber 2.